Alright, guys, here we are talking about the new Detective Pikachu movie coming out May 10th. You better believe I will be there watching it with my Pikachu costume on. You already know who it is. It's Flea Grandpa, Thick Little Burns, whoever you want to call me, I am here for you. So let's talk about the plot first. It's about Pikachu, who has like amnesia or something. Can't remember where he is, so he looks for his trainer, and he looks on the inside of his hat, and he comes up to this kid, and for some reason this kid is the only person that can understand Pikachu. Now, I think it would be really interesting if Warner Brothers was like, hey, shouldn't this be how Ash and Pikachu interact in the anime? I think that would be really cool. Unfortunately, I don't think that that's it, but I think it would really be cool. I wonder if it's a throwback to when Pikachu actually did talk in one of the past movies. But my expectations for Pikachu are kind of high, I guess. He looks to be really comical, yet really smart at other times. We both like caffeine, which is really kind of cool. The fact that he becomes a detective is very interesting as well. I never really expected that to happen, and I haven't played the game, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know the backstory or anything. I don't know if the games give a backstory, but what I do know is the Pikachu should be pretty much on screen 99% of the time. So it is confirmed by the trailers that this is the world of Pokemon, and I think it's very interesting that it is a 3D Pokemon world. But since it is the world of Pokemon, we can only expect that it is a world full of battling. Now for Pikachu, I do have a couple expectations, and I would like to give some movesets for some of the Pokemon, I guess, that are confirmed to be there. I know for Pikachu, he's going to have Thunderbolt. That is his signature. That's his signature move. I would like to see Iron Tail as a up-and-close move. Electro Web would be very interesting, since it would be more of throwing this web at the bad guy and instant Scooby-Doo type stuff, wrapping him up. I think that would be interesting. And this is just a personal preference. We haven't seen this move in a while. I would love to see Pikachu use Volt Tackle again. One last time. Like, it probably has one of the best animations in the entire Pokemon community. The only thing that probably rivals it is, like, the Mega Evolution transformation and, like, Greninja's Mega Super Destructo Disc Water Shuriken thing. I'll get to Greninja in a couple minutes. So yeah. I kind of expect Pikachu to go toe-to-toe with somebody, to battle somebody, and it seems like he's going to be battling Charizard. I'll get to that in a minute as well. Another interesting Pokemon that I saw, though, was Mr. Mime. Now, this is a mime, clown, you know, kind of Pokemon thing, and, you know, I would like to see this movie portray him as kind of like Lucian's Mr. Mime from the games, you know. He puts up a lot of screens, light screen, cutting special attack, reflect, cutting physical attacks. He's really good at, you know, crippling you. He's really good at pretending like he's in a box, which we see. There's going to be a little comedy with that, but I would like to see, like, Mr. Mime be this kind of, you know, effective Pokemon that kind of has something to do with the plot other than just the interrogation scene, and that scene was very interesting. So, pretty much, Pikachu says he's going to turn into a bad cop. So, obviously, they're playing cops right now, so there is going to be some bad guys. Now, I don't know if Mr. Mime is just too ridiculous to actually be a villain, but what I do know is that there will be bad guys, and Mr. Mime could very well end up helping the villains in a way. Now, in my opinion, it's as close to confirmed as it can be. Charizard is going to be a villain. Now, we see this with Pikachu stepping into the ring against Charizard. We also see it when Charizard literally tries to eat Pikachu. The Charizard's confirmed to have Flamethrower, of course. I'd like to see Steel Wing for some hand-to-hand combat. Maybe a class of Steel Wing and Iron Tail somehow. Of course, Iron Tail is a speculation as well, or a personal preference. Yeah, so if we see Charizard as a villain, that's going to be interesting. Is that a throwback to Alon's Charizard, to when, like, Alon was working for Lysandre, and Lysandre was, like, planning to, like, destroy the entire world? I don't know. I think that's a pretty interesting throwback. I think in the trailer when Pikachu talks about, like, here we go again when he steps in the ring with Charizard, I think that is a throwback to Ash and Alon's battle, because, yeah, Pikachu didn't fight Charizard in its Mega form, but I don't see Charizard Mega evolving in the trailer, and when they fought each other, Pikachu got wrecked. I don't know how, but he got wrecked. And even in the first season of the Indigo League, Ash's Charizard faced off against Richie's Pikachu. So we have seen plenty of Pikachu-Charizard combat. Are we going to actually see combat, or are we going to see Pikachu in this movie kind of, curl up in this little ball, which we see it doing? Who knows? Now, what we do see as well is my boy Greninja, and this is going to be a wild card of a character. We have already confirmed to see at least 2 Water Shurikens in the 2 main trailers. Another move that I would really love to see is Night Slash for hand-to-hand combat. I'd also think it would be pretty interesting to see, like, Double Team. If he's, like, one of the good guys, he's surrounding the bad guy with his Double Team, and then they're, like, all creating this massive Water Shuriken at the end. Oh, that's, of course, speculation. We don't know if Greninja's on the good side or the bad side. We don't even know if there's going to be a good and bad sides that are defined in the movie. All I know is that Greninja better be a monster. He better be, like, buffed. Because, from JYT Gamer's review of the Kalos League, he says Greninja was nerfed. And I can get with that Greninja was nerfed. So I would like Greninja to just be buffed, to be this absolute monster. And, I expect him to be, a ninja. I expect him to be fast, stealthy, and honestly, yet powerful. I know that this is Ash Greninja, but who knows? Ash Greninja is second in speed, only to Deoxys Speed, which is the fastest Pokemon in existence right now. So yeah, I just want to see Greninja running around, jumping across buildings. I want to see him throwing Water Shurikens at whoever, the good guy, the bad guy, anybody. I just want to see him kick some butt, alright? Um, yeah. What else we got to talk about here? We have to talk about... Oh yeah, we saw Mewtwo. Pretty much looking like he was in the middle of New York City. Jeez, we haven't seen that before anywhere. Like, oh my gosh. Are we gonna see another evil Mewtwo? I know we saw, like, its glowing blue eyes, and that's interesting and all. But, like, I actually don't know where Mewtwo's gonna stand at this point. Is this going to be, like... Is this a troll showing? Where we simply see, like, the world of Pokemon, and then Mewtwo's, like, showing up in New York City, and it's like, there are legendaries that are extremely rare, yet still roam this earth. That'd be interesting. Be kind of a troll. I do think that Mewtwo is going to play a bigger role, though. I mean, he's, like, pretty much the most powerful psychic type out there. Yeah, I really can't think of anything that's... Any, like, psychic types that are better than Mewtwo. Especially now that it has 2 Megas. Now, in the Genesect movie, we saw Mewtwo Mega evolving on its own. So, I could actually see if Mewtwo was going to Mega evolve in this movie. I think that would be really interesting. And then the question becomes which one. I don't know. We saw a Genesect movie. We saw it go in its Y form. Maybe we're going to see it in its X form this time. Maybe we're going to see some real hand-to-hand combat, with Mewtwo X being the more physical of the 2 Megas. Of course, it's all speculation, and my last thoughts is that I saw Snorlax, and that is what I resemble, and I'm just very happy. I'm just so ready to see what happens. So, yeah.